Hello everyone, welcome back to Football Manager 2017 with Newcastle United, and today we are kicking off this episode with a game in the Europa League against SC Braga. It is a competition that I am looking to win, but I'm not going to exert too much energy on it. We did win our first Europa League group game against Hajduk Split a couple of weeks ago, and now we need to take on Braga, the other team being Partizan Belgrade. So three very easy teams to be beaten, so I don't need to put the strongest team out there. We are on the back of a brilliant 3-1 win over Arsenal in the league, which has been a contributing factor in our turnaround of league form. We'd had a difficult run with Swansea, Liverpool and United, but now we can look ahead. Braga, Norwich, Southampton, Partizan, and then 2 games against Villa. Those are 6 very winnable games, and we could go on a 10-match winning streak before we take on Chelsea at home in the league. So for today's game, we've got Kostianski starting up front ahead of Simonsen, Scott Orr and Divock Origi on the wings, Roning, Malagoni and Sampa in midfield, and then Lucas Carvalho, Mamana and Almanza across the back four. Ketchel stays in goal ahead of Muller for this one. Scott Orr beats his defender, he's taking it to the byline, pulls it across, and Divock Origi is at the far post. A great assist from Scott Orr, just charging down that right flank. Malagoni's free kick, and it's gone straight in. Ventura really should have kept that out, but we're already 2-0 up 15 minutes into this match. Corner from Roning towards the back post. There's Mamana jumping. It's fallen for Scott Orr instead. He drills it into Mamana, who's put that just wide. Lucas inside to Sergi Sampa, now Malagoni. He finds Scott Orr, who set up the first goal. Beats that same defender again, puts it in, and I think that's an own goal from Lichnowsky. It is, it's 3-0 now. Lucas taking it down the left wing, sends the ball in, and Origi's there with the header. He just nods it home for 4-0. His 5th of the season now. Luiz picks up the ball into the added time at the end of this match. Slips it through, and Eddie Carlo's in on goal, and he's buried that very well under Ketchel for 4-1. There is the full-time whistle. It has finished 4-1, a very, very good win for the team. Just completely dismissing Braga inside the opening 15 minutes, really. And we've got 2 wins from 2 so far, and I don't think we're really going to struggle with this group at all. Quite a few changes to the team as we visit Carrow Road for a Premier League game against Norwich. We're on the back of a good run of victories and we want to keep that going. A lot of changes with Simonsen back leading the line. Sane is partnered with Origi. Then it's Rabiot, Kovacic and Cook all back in midfield with Rahman, Lucas, Mamana and Chambers making up the back four. Simonsen finds Origi. He's gone for goal and scored an absolute screamer. I thought that highlight would have longer to run, but instead Origi scored an absolute corker. Free kick from Simonsen, drifted in. It is cleared away, but Chambers is onto it. Inside to Cook, who's found Sane. Rabiot, Simonsen off the base of the post. What a great little passing move that was. Kovacic finds Rabiot, ball switched out to Baba Rahman. He puts it in. And again, it's fallen edge of the area, Kovacic to Origi, who cannot stop scoring in this episode. Origi on a hat-trick just as he was in the last game. Instead he plays it to Simonsen, who's fouled by Hayden, and with 40 minutes to go, he's been sent off and will be playing 10 men. There's the full-time whistle. It's another win, this one away from home in the league. A very good performance from the team. Kept it simple after the man was sent off for Norwich, and it moves us up to 3rd place in the table, 4 points behind Manchester City. The team is unchanged for this game at home against Southampton. Southampton are struggling in the league at the moment, down in 15th place. We're the other side of the international break, which is why some of the players are maybe a bit more tired than they should be. But we're still going to put out a very strong team. We've got a Europa League match after this, which I'm not too worried about. It's all about getting the points on the board in the league before the cup competitions get to the latter stages. So I'm hoping Simonsen can get a goal. He hasn't scored in the last couple of games, so it's important he does get one here. Corner from Kovacic early in the game. It's come for Lucas, and there's Rabiot, who hits it off the underside of the crossbar. His first goal of the season has given us the lead. Just a couple of minutes of added time left as Melagoni finds Chambers. Southampton haven't threatened at all in this game. They're yet to have a shot on target. And now Vasseur's gone through the back of Rabiot, and he's going to get a second yellow card for sure. And we've been playing 10 men for the last 2 minutes. So I think any danger of Southampton coming back into this has now gone. Last minute free kick for Fonseca, edge of the area. We've had way more time than we were supposed to, and he's blasted it over the bar, and that's the full-time whistle. We have ground out a 1-0 victory. We really should have won by more goals, but we weren't clinical enough. Simonson's still without a goal, but we have closed the gap at the top to just 2 points, although Manchester City do have a game in hand. On the back of 7 straight victories, we now take on FK Partizan away from home. We've already won our first 2 Europa League group games. I'm expecting us to win this one too, even with a number of changes. I'm going to leave Simonson leading the line because I think he needs to get a few goals and get back to his scoring ways. He's not been bad this season, but we could do the extra goal or 2 coming in from him. Origi and Scott Orr are going to support him with Diaz, Taylor and Cook in the middle. Then it's Babaraman, Carvalho, Mamana and Chambers across the back 4. Aymeric Muller is in goal because Ketchel has picked up an injury that's likely to keep him out for a couple of weeks. So it's a chance for Muller to impress me in goal. Scott Orr on the right flank beats his defender, goes past another one, but then the block is made. He had 4 around him, but Simonson has robbed the defence of that ball. He pulls it back across, and Diaz was arriving in the box, and Brahim Diaz has scored his first goal for the club since joining us from Manchester City. Taylor to Diaz. He sends it over the top for Scott Orr, but it's clipped up by Ivankovic. Orr gets it back, and that is a clinical finish 1 minute after the second half began from Scott Orr. Diaz. Over to Taylor now. Scott Orr. Diaz again. He's got Simonson up at top. Ball out wide to Babaraman. He puts it across, and Scott Orr was arriving there brilliantly with a header. His second of the game makes it 3-0. Leroy Sané. Plenty of space around him. Nobody really closing him down. Pulls it back. Ball just given away there. Diaz getting in the way of it. But Chambers has won it. Now Taylor over the top looking for Simonson. He's got players in the middle. Sané was arriving, and that's for Simonson with 2 assists today, but no goal. There is the full-time whistle. It has finished by 4-0. A very good victory from the team, making sure we get 9 points from 9 in our first 3 games in the Europa League, all with rested teams as well. I think the knockout stages are looking like they might not be too difficult. There aren't that many massive teams in the competition this year, so I'm hoping no big giants fall out of the Champions League so that we can progress through these last stages without too much difficulty. It's time for the first of 2 matches in a row against Aston Villa. The first one away from home at Villa Park, probably the more important one. So it's a full-strength team going out there. Simonson, Origi and Sané up front. Rabiot, Kovacic and Cook in the middle. Then Lucas is in at left-back because Rahman is suspended. Almanza is in there too with Mamana and Chambers making up the back 4. Aymeric Muller continues in goal with Ketchel still out injured. It's actually been over 2 matches since we last had a shot on target against us, so we're doing pretty well defensively up to now, and I'm hoping that will stay the same so we can get 3 more points and close the gap at the top. Rabiot forward to Origi. Now Simonson beats a couple of Villa players. The ball comes out. Origi gives away possession there, and Mamana has missed his header. Sayers is in behind. Good save from Muller there. Warren puts the ball in. Santos to Lopez. Now Ojo. Cook clears it away. Sané can get it further upfield. He's got Simonson ahead of him, but instead he gives the ball straight back to Villa. Santos loses out to Lucas. Can he chip the ball over the top? Kovacic does find Sané. He slips it back to Kovacic. Here's Simonson out wide to Chambers. Simonson running into the box as Chambers puts it in. Simonson's there. Now Origi at the far post. And Simonson is the provider once again. His header not quite strong enough to beat Power, but Origi was there to nod into an empty net. Sayers looking for that slip pass. Instead it's Chambers who cuts it out. He puts it forward. Back of Veretout. Chambers to Sané. Kovacic over the top. Simonson is in on goal. Will he break his duck now? Simonson has finally scored. It's 2-0. It's taken him 5 games this episode, but he has found the back of the net. Santos with the corner. Cleared out by Kovacic. Santos picks it up again. Chambers clears it this time. Ball lofted over the top. Sayers is in there, and Muller didn't need to make the save there. It has gone out of play. Santos with the corner. And it's a foul from Lewis Cook in the penalty area. We've needlessly given away a penalty to Villa. We've had some great shot stoppers in the past with the penalty area. Murray was good. Ketchell's been good recently. And Muller is just as good. It's another penalty saved. Kovacic finds Sane, edge of the area. He's turned the defenders and found Lucas, of all people, in the box. It is cleared away, and now Sayers can launch a counter-attack for Villa. We need to be careful. They have been getting better this half. Rabiot forward to Simonsen, though. Now Sane, splitting their defence apart, has lost the ball. Rabiot picks up the loose pass. Kovacic forward to Sane. He's shot straight at the keeper. Origi plays it over to Kovacic, switched flanks to Orr, who's lost the ball to Bertrand, who's been very good for Villa today, but Carvalho has won that ball. He's fresh, and he finds Scott Orr, who's also just come on. He sends it in, and Simonsen at the near post. Make sure of the points. It's 3-0. He's got 9 now for the season. Free kick for Lopez, edge of the area, and he's hit the woodwork. Diaz clears it out. Brady sends the ball in. Headers there. Jean-Marc back to Lopez. Good save from Muller, who's done very well today. Diaz loses a ball, and now Lopez can dink it over the top for Gino. He's in on goal, and he scores past Muller, who deserved a clean sheet today, especially after the penalty save. But it's 3-1 with 6 minutes left. Almanza to Cook. Now Carvalho plays it forward to Origi. Kovacic out wide to Origi again. He's got Simonsen in the middle, who gets his hat-trick. It's 4-1. Simonsen, 10 goals for the season now, and a hat-trick to end his duck. There is a full-time whistle. It's another very good victory. That's 5 in a row in this episode, 9 in a row overall. And we're up on 23 points now, just 2 points behind Manchester United, and we're looking very good this season. The final match of this episode is at home against Aston Villa in the EFL Cup. A victory today would see us into the quarterfinals and give us 10 wins in a row in all competitions. Simonsen is going to continue to lead the line with Sane and Scott Orr around him. Then it's Roning, Melagoni and Sampa in the middle. Rahman, Almanza, Mamana and Pinheiro make up the back four, with Muller continuing in goal. Rahman sends the ball into Roning. Excellent ball across to Melagoni with a lot of space. He plays it back to Sampa though. Roning into Simonsen. Still looking to make the breakthrough if we can. Instead it comes back to Almanza. Rahman on that left flank. Just can't quite find that cutting pass, but Sane is there. He plays it through. Simonsen's got the ball and he's hit the woodwork. Sanu gives the ball to Melagoni. Here's Almanza. Dinks it over the top looking for Simonsen, who wins his header. Roning over the top again. He'll get another chance. This time he does find Sane, who picks out Simonsen in a good area, who finds the tightest of angles between the keeper and the post to make it 1-0. Simonsen running at the Villa defence. They're backing off him. He has scored 4 goals against him in about 4 days. Roning to Scott Orr, who hits the post. It's the second time we've hit the post today. There might only have been 1 goal today, but it's a goal that sends us into the EFL Cup quarter-finals. An excellent finish from Simonsen, allowing us to beat Aston Villa. Arsenal and Chelsea are both out. Chelsea knocked out by Rochdale. There's an upset and a half. West Ham overcoming Burnley. But it's going to be quite interesting who we draw out of the quarterfinals. We have also now won 10 matches in a row. That is not bad going at all. That little rough spell where we had to go to Anfield and Old Trafford did set us back a little bit. It means that we're only 3rd in the league, but we've got a chance to go even higher. If we can beat Chelsea in the Premier League at the start of next episode, then we've got another great run of matches. We've got Partizan, West Ham, Everton, Hajduk, Leicester, and the EFL Cup quarterfinal will be the episode after that. So that's 6 more games that are going to be very winnable, especially if we can overturn Chelsea at St James's Park. And on the back of a 10-match winning streak where we've only conceded 4 goals, I would back us to do it. Doing quite well in the league, just 2 points behind Manchester United, but a loss could see them move 5 points clear. So we need to keep the pressure up, keep winning the games, and we will win the league this time round. But that will be all for this episode. If you've enjoyed watching us win 10 games in a row, please do drop a like on the video and subscribe if you haven't already. But until next time, see ya.